going on, everyone? Welcome to Sportorium Podcast. I'm sad this episode. We all know why. If you can't see right now, I'm wearing a Jets hat.
Can you tell us why
that's
you're wearing a
enough.
Jets hat, Steve?
Yeah, we'll get into it later. It'll happen to you too eventually. Just wait.
Nah, my team's already clutched it once.
Just wait, man.
You mean next week when they play the Jets again?
Yeah, the Jets are unstoppable. All right, so we're going to get into the recap. We starting off with the Thursday night game, which was the Eagles and the Texans. We didn't expect this game to be close, but it was actually pretty close for a bit. For the first, 3 quarters, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it was close score-wise, but
yeah, no, they were getting dominated.
Yeah. Without Damian Pierce, that team is like actual garbage.
Yeah.
Well, the offense.
They're still garbage with him, but
yeah, but he's a stud.
He
is a stud.
He just refuses to get tackled.
Yeah, he's hurt now, though.
Yeah, so it's Rex Burkhead season. Yeah, but the Eagles, they just force turnovers, and they rarely turn the ball over. That's a recipe for winning, and they're probably going to keep it up with their cupcake schedule. I'm going to say it every week until they play a real team.
Them and the Vikings both have cupcake schedules.
Yeah, and I mean, the Eagles went over the Vikings. That's like a pretty good win, but
yeah,
it was also primetime Kirk Cousins, so that doesn't count. So the next game we're getting into is the Chargers and the Falcons game. Rupp, you got Pitts in fantasy. Talk about it.
I don't want to talk about him. 2 catches for 27 yards. Like, come on, man. I mean, it's also not his fault. Mariota did miss someone a 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
So that sucks. But yeah, I mean, Chargers don't look great. Eckler's literally the entire offense. There's really nothing else to say about them. They just are pretty disappointing.
Pretty sure Eckler's 4th in catches or something like that.
He's just that's all he does. He doesn't even have a lot of rushing yards. It's just he just spam catches the entire game.
And he's got a bunch of touchdowns. I think
he does. I mean, it works out, but I mean, if somebody shuts him down one week, it might be GG's.
If Mike Williams hasn't done anything,
he's hurt. He's out.
And
he's been out.
Keenan Allen needs to
him and Keenan are both out.
Well, I know Keenan's been out.
To get on the field.
Yeah,
he's
that's
pulling
probably
Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, he's too busy opening jerseys for the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah, that was every single comment on that post was play football, get on the field.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's true,
they said he injured himself again in the bye week.
That's embarrassing.
I don't know how you do that one.
Well, we'll talk about it when we get to the Giants later, because that's hilarious with Xavier McKinney. But
and Drake London just gets the ball ripped out of his hands.
Oh yeah.
But was that Khalil Mack that did that?
Yeah.
That he literally just babied it. That was ridiculous. London's been a ghost though. It's very
London has been a ghost. Kyle Pitts has been a ghost in every game besides one.
Yeah, it's really
Patterson
tough when
back,
he
scored 2 touchdowns.
Good. And even Al Jair looks pretty good too.
Yeah, he looks fine.
And Mariota looks good running the ball. They just don't pass a lot. So
yeah, it's because they just don't want to for some reason.
Yeah, it's also because Marcus Mariota is their starting quarterback. So
yeah, but Mariota's
part of it.
Fine. He's nothing special, but he's not like Sam Ellinger.
Yeah, that was bad too. We'll get into that. The last thing I want to say is just we already touched on it before, but Chargers are really missing their wide receivers. Josh Palmer is fine, but for him to have 10 catches, 108 yards, that's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get healthy soon and figure it out.
We'll see.
So next game we're getting into is the Dolphins and the Bears. Week in and week out, Tua just gets bailed. It's ridiculous. He also overthrew. That's not happening. It's Tua. He underthrew Tyreek on what was a 75-yard touchdown that would have iced the game.
No, that was to Waddle, actually.
Or Waddle, yeah. But
he also did miss Tyreek on a deep ball earlier.
A couple times it happened.
Yeah.
Drop picks. Same old story with Tua. Is Fields good? I guess so.
I think he's getting there.
It's actually surprising to me.
Running the ball.
I was a field hater, but I don't know, the last 2 weeks.
It's not even the last 2 weeks.
No, the last
5
2 weeks
weeks.
especially, though. I don't know.
Yeah. Once they started creating the design runs for him, it opened up everything else. And he still isn't fantastic passing the ball, but
they don't throw it a lot.
Yeah, which I mean they don't have to.
I knew he could run on but I didn't think he was that good of a runner.
No, he was pretty good in college for that too.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
How Mike McDaniel's telling him to stop.
Yeah. And then the press conference. Yeah, the press conference after he's I was telling him to just stop scrambling, and he wasn't listening.
It was mad funny. Cringe to me.
It was, but
I don't know, something about dudes wearing sunglasses on the sideline. I swear they were inside for that game. I don't know what game it was, but it wasn't sunny.
He's just one of the young swaggy coaches. Everybody's "Oh, dude, he's so hip. He's so good at coaching."
I mean, he has a good team.
Yeah, I would be able to coach that offense.
Yeah,
you coach the offense by saying Tua and Tyreek and Waddle run
Yeah,
deep.
Tua
Yeah.
get open.
Tua throw to them when they're open because they're usually going to be open.
I mean, I'd also be able to quarterback that team too. It's also not hard.
Yeah, you have to throw literally 30 yards downfield.
That's fine. Regarding Claypool, they just made the pretty big trade for him. We didn't really see a lot of action by him. He also got like mauled on one of the last plays, which was probably a PI.
It was
But-
PI.
Yeah, it was PI. Once again, Dolphins get bailed, but I think he's going to be pretty good in that offense, though. He's just a big body guy that needed. Darnell Mooney, insane touchdown catch again. He's very, very good, and he's not a number one. So if he's now the number two in that offense, he's just going to make more plays. So
Yeah.
it is.
That'll work out.
Fields just got to keep it up. That could be a pretty good team the years to come. All right, next game we're getting into is the Panthers and the Bengals. Crazy day for Joe Mixon. Talk
Game
about it.
pretty much went how we expected it to. I mean, it ended up only being a 21-point game, but it was never close.
No,
No,
it wasn't.
Not at all.
Never a close game.
I mean, I think the stats were after the first half, the Bengals had 35 points and the Panthers only had like 30 something yards.
yeah, they
Yeah.
Like,
PJ Walker looked like trash.
Yeah,
but
it's
he's
never
still the
ending
starter.
carousel.
He's still a
Yeah.
starter because, like, what's the other option?
Baker did look pretty good though.
Yeah, he looked good when the game was 42 to like 7.
I want to see Darnold in there. Sorry.
bro.
He's
Yeah, I want
bad.
to see Darnold come in and throw like 14
Yeah.
interceptions in 4 games.
That's
Okay,
gonna be
I just
fun to
want to
see.
see him play again.
It would hurt my eyes to watch that.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't get to see that guy ever again.
I want to laugh at him.
bro.
That's pretty mean.
Yeah, he's probably better than Zach Wilson.
No, they're like equal.
So the Bengals, they lost obviously Jamar Chase a couple of weeks ago, and then Joe Mixon comes back and steps up for them, which was big. And it looks like they need someone to step up each week.
Mixon hadn't really even been having that great of a season.
Yeah.
No, he's been
And
he's
then
getting a lot of opportunities, but he just hasn't really been like producing.
and then
as
just
much
goes
as he
off the
probably
other
should have
day,
been.
which that'll fix your stats right up.
Next game we're getting into is the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. It's just so weird. It's weird to see the Lions beating the Packers anytime.
Yeah, it's also
It's
weird
good.
to see Aaron Rodgers suck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. But I mean, they saw what happened against the Bills. They didn't do too well, but second half they were doing pretty well. It's pretty much just run the ball and then everything else opens up, and then they go back to not running the ball anymore. I don't understand why they would switch it up. It was working perfect against a better team.
Because they're stupid.
They are dumb. That's got to be
Matt
the only
LaFleur's
explanation.
overrated.
100%.
I also don't understand how Aaron Rodgers throws that ball to the lineman who's wide open in the end zone and he throws it 6 yards short.
Because
He's
He
also
doesn't
dumb.
care anymore. Like
Yeah, he doesn't
doesn't care at all.
He was throwing the like terrible picks and then blaming other people. And then he was on like the Pat McAfee show, and he was pretty much saying that it wasn't his fault.
yeah, it's never his fault. That's why.
Yeah.
He's always been like that.
Pretty much.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, same.
We say it every week. We talk about the
I
Packers,
just don't
but
like him.
So like I don't know. Do you start Jordan Love now?
No.
Not yet. You can't.
I don't think that
it's
that-
like, dude.
If
you're
they
does
lose
anything.
a couple more games, then you might as well.
probably like the last few games, so you'll see him
Yeah,
because
if
they're
the
not going
season's
to be in the
over.
playoffs.
If they're like, if the season's over for them, he'll come in.
I mean, you're paying Rodgers $50 million. Like it's just like
Yeah, but if they're out of
Just
the playoff
throw.
contention, there's no reason to keep him in.
I'd say
anymore.
that at that point, if you're letting Jordan Love start a couple of games, Rodgers is gone in the offseason.
I think he's gone anyway.
Yeah,
I would think so too, but like if you see how Jordan Love is and you're not impressed, then you could pretty much just blow up the whole entire thing.
Yeah, I don't know
Trade
if he's
Rodgers,
gonna.
trade Jordan Love.
I don't know if Rodgers gonna retire or just go somewhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'd
don't
be
know.
shocked.
I
to
don't
see
think he's
him
gonna
back.
be there next week. Not next week. Next year.
week. Yeah, I
there's
would
no
not
way.
be shocked at all.
No way. You should just retire.
Yeah, probably.
Should go to Jeopardy again.
Yeah, he probably would have been better off as the host of Jeopardy. than the
Probably
quarterback
wanted
right
to.
now. Also, Jair Alexander is like a baby now. He got like a terrible penalty by like throwing a guy out of bounds. Then he was like going to the crowd and he's like, what are you doing, bro? He's never been like a Ramsey type corner where he just doesn't shut his mouth. But this year he's been really, really bad.
Yeah, but
And-
Ramsey like wasn't really like that at first.
Nah, Ramsey was like always like
Not
that.
as bad as he is now.
I
Yeah,
don't
now
know.
he's.
Like,
Now
I mean,
he's
on the
terrible.
even when he was on the Jags, he was
definitely, like,
Yeah, you know,
loud.
he definitely was cocky and loud, but he's just now he celebrates an incomplete pass 15 yards over his head.
Jair's getting to that. It's weird to see. Also, this Detroit Lions and DeAndre Swift situation is very, very weird. He's
I
like
think he's
been
just still kinda
injured the
hurt,
whole
too.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they put him on a snap count, and he's like fine and doing great every single time he touches the ball. It's weird. I hope he's not actually really injured.
He's probably
But I
been
think
injured like most of his career so far.
yeah, it's ridiculous. But he's a great talent. So I'd hope that he gets to see some good snaps because when he plays, it's like a night and day difference in that offense when he's like actually doing well. All right, next game we're getting into is the Colts and the Patriots. And before handing this off to Rupp, just want to say, Joseph, I'm sorry. Colts season's over. They're tanking. The franchise is just going downhill. I don't know.
It's the franchise
Take it
in
over.
Bring back
shambles.
Andrew Luck.
They've been in shambles since Andrew Luck left.
He screwed them so bad.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of got screwed over by getting like 30 concussions.
That's also true, but I've never seen like one move just like be so catastrophic.
Yeah, because it's
For
like
an
they're never
organization.
like completely trash, but they're always just like a little less than mid
Yeah, and then they go out and make these weird trades or weird signings for
because
these
they're not in a
quarterbacks.
position to get a top quarterback.
They don't even like try though.
They don't try. They just try to go for like a veteran who's just terrible.
Now they're in like full tank mode though. There's no way
Yeah,
that they're
'cause
not tanking. They're starting a
they're
worse
gonna be
quarterback.
tanking.
They're a 30-year-old that's never called plays before is the offensive coordinator. A
Like-
dude that was like 2-7 in high school is now your head coach.
The guy has no college experience at all, no NFL experience. He was on ESPN.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know what
it's-
they're doing. And they have other guys they could have easily hired. And now like
Yeah, they might as well
Right.
just like hire
He
one of
coached high
us.
school when he went 3-7.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Might as well hire
And
one
now
of
he's
us
just
to
like-
call plays.
Yeah.
He was a
could've
great
got
player,
Chuck
but
Pagano.
there's
Yeah.
so many other options that they
Yeah.
could have got too. It's ridiculous. But yeah, talk about the game.
Yeah, the Colts suck.
They beat the Chiefs though. I
They
still
did.
don't understand, but
Patriots had 9 sacks. Yeah,
Yeah. That's,
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
mean-
much it. It was
what was the final score that game?
26-3.
Yeah.
Jeez,
I think the
that's
Colts might be
terrible.
the worst team in the league.
No,
now.
I think the Texans still got him.
No,
I don't know
I
because
don't
the
know.
I would say the Colts right now, just how
Yeah, I
they're
would say the
like actually
Colts.
blowing it up.
I don't know,
I-
but like the Colts offensive line was terrible.
They
Literally
are
get
really
beat on
bad
every
this year.
play. Ellinger looked like trash.
So bad.
The receivers didn't do anything. I mean, there was nothing good about them in that game besides their defense didn't play terrible. Like their
But-
defense isn't terrible. I'll give them that.
It's bad though.
It's
It's
bad,
also
but
you're
it's
not going up
like,
against a great offense, so that's
yeah,
not
no,
like,
definitely not. But it could be a lot worse. They at least have
How-
a couple good players on defense.
how did Ramondre do?
He had 15 carries for 60 yards, 3 catches for 9 yards, and a touchdown.
Not that big of a game, but when everything else is firing all cylinders, when your defense is scoring touchdowns,
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, he had a fine game.
was that Jack Jones that got that pick six?
No, it was Jonathan Jones.
Jonathan Jones,
No,
Jay
it was
Jones,
James
man.
Jones,
Jay
bro.
Jones. Yep.
James
They
Earl
have
Jones.
3
Johnson
Jones
Jones.
corners on the team.
It's getting
and they
very
have a-
confusing.
Dumpster Jones at quarterback.
They're chilling, bro. He was fine.
Nah, yeah, he didn't have a bad game.
He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything great. He didn't do anything stupid.
Yeah, I mean they won, so that's really all that matters.
Yeah,
Win to
if
win.
Mac Jones is not doing something stupid, that's an instant win.
If he's
for
not
you.
turning the ball over, they'll probably win or at least be competitive. I mean, no one else catches the ball besides Jacoby Myers, Ramondre Stevenson, or Hunter Henry. Jonnu Smith hit like 3 catches for like 20 yards
Wow,
because
good
they
for
just
him.
well, that's because he had like 1 catch for I'm pretty sure it was like 10 yards or something, and then the other 2 times there's like a screen to him that goes nowhere.
I don't even get
Yeah,
why
they
they
did that
like
a
got
lot.
him and Henry.
Well, it's because
They
I
did
mean
it-
last year Hunter Henry was really good.
No, I know,
He
but
was.
like they didn't need to get both of them.
I
especially
mean, they
those
just probably
contracts.
thought it would work out better than it did.
I
Yeah.
mean, the Jets did
Also-
the same thing last
Yeah.
offseason.
Also,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
also now, like, look who they have calling plays. I don't think Matt Patricia is gonna understand how to use 2 tight ends.
I mean, it's kind of how it goes when you're a defensive coordinator calling offensive plays.
Yeah. Also, the Patriots' offensive line is terrible. Isaiah Wynn's terrible.
Didn't Cole Strange get benched?
Yeah, I don't know why. I
For
actually
Isaiah
couldn't tell
Wynn.
you why. He got benched for Isaiah Wynn, who then got destroyed like every play.
Yeah,
I actually don't know what happened there.
That was a great
I think Cole
pick.
Strange took a penalty and then they just benched him.
Yeah.
Like,
Well-
what's the point of that?
I mean, what's the point of drafting that guy in the first round?
Yeah,
to begin
if
with?
you're gonna, I mean, he's actually been fine this year. If you're gonna bench a rookie after 1 penalty, bench your 4th-year veteran who takes 3 holding calls a game.
Yeah, that's a
Don't move
confidence
him to
killer
a
right there,
position that he hasn't played in 4 years.
when he's not even good at his. own
He's
position.
terrible at every position. But yeah, I mean, David Andrews was also out, so they had spot playing center.
Next game we're gonna talk about is the Bills and Jets. Tyler,
Yeah.
you talk about it, and then I'll rebuttal or not. I don't know.
I just think the Jets defense is top 5 in the league. I mean, they played good against the pass. I don't think Josh Allen he did not have a very good game at all.
They had a solid running game.
He had a solid running game.
He's a running back.
But it was a shock to the world.
Yeah, you were in shock. Don't lie.
I didn't think the Jets were gonna win this game.
Yeah, you know who did?
You picked them.
I picked them because I'm never gonna go against my team.
Johnny did because he wanted his ice cream.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Johnny.
God. I can't talk about Johnny right now. I'll get violent.
This is so
Yeah,
funny.
chill.
I don't think so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, how do you feel, Steve?
I feel terrible.
Wow.
You should.
Okay, so these are my takes from the game. Josh Allen was just trying to throw it deep all the time, especially on like second downs. There were so many plays where like Dawson Knox was right over the middle, just wide open, and he was trying to take a deep shot. Those 2 picks were maybe the worst thrown picks of all time.
He's doing his Zach Wilson impression.
Yeah,
they
switched
bodies.
They switched bodies, yeah.
Exactly. But now we know what the recipe to beat the Bills is. You have to bracket Diggs, put your CB1 on Gabe Davis, and then they're both out of the game pretty much, and then run the ball.
Yeah, like that should have been common knowledge.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of worked last week with the Packers.
That's literally how like people beat the Chiefs the last couple of years with Tyreek.
So that's literally what the Buccaneers like did. In
Yeah,
the Super
you
Bowl.
literally just double team the top
And the
option.
Buccaneers had good linebackers.
Yeah,
too,
you
so
just double team a top
Kelsey
option.
just-
Like if you're gonna obviously, why are you gonna waste someone one-on-one with Diggs just to get burnt?
Exactly.
And then-
no offense, Gabe Davis isn't that good. So like
He's not.
Your
He's
top
really
corner could just lock
Like
him up.
Gabe
very
Davis will
easily.
beat like a second or third corner, but if you put your number 1 guy on him, he's not gonna do anything.
he can't get separation.
It
And
wasn't
he's still underhand catching. It doesn't work, Gabe.
It wasn't very hard to understand that you should double team Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
I literally any of us could have told you that.
But it's not like just straight double team. It's the way that they have like their CB2 or something, and then they got the safety deep bracketing him.
Yeah.
Sometimes that he's going to beat that. We saw that in the
he
first
will
half
beat
a
it
couple
sometimes,
times.
but
But second half did not have a single catch.
The Bills couldn't stop the run.
They
at
can't.
all.
I don't understand.
It was bad, especially that last Jets drive. Like
yeah, that was embarrassing.
that was bad.
Yeah.
They
I
actually
will.
ran the ball every play.
Yeah, and they couldn't stop it.
That's like what the Patriots did to them in that game last year.
Yeah, when Mac Jones had
Yeah, 3 passes,
what was it 19
19
yards?
19 yards.
Yeah,
I mean,
legendary.
if you're gonna
game.
run the ball, you literally ran the ball every single
Well,
play.
that was
They can't
also,
do
like,
anything about it.
Terrible weather that game.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I don't like to blame injuries because like next man up mentality, but they were missing like 7 starters at the end of the
Yeah,
game.
the Jets
They
were
went
missing
into it
starters
missing
too.
5.
Nah, blame the refs,
yeah.
boy.
No, okay. So the last play where after Josh hurt his elbow and threw the longest pass attempted in the last 6 years, it's literally he drops it into the breadbasket of Gabe Davis, and the guy just doesn't get it. It doesn't even hit his hands. It was a perfect throw. Sauce was playing perfect coverage on it. He wasn't grabbing him at all. It was
They could
not
have called PI on it. Like it wouldn't have surprised me.
but
but
it wasn't. If he was
It
grabbing, if
would have been a soft
his
call.
hand was flat on Gabe's back, if he was grabbing the jersey, then yes, I think it was just perfect coverage. I am still not ready to say Sauce is a top 3 corner yet because we saw
He
him
is.
on covering Diggs for 1 route, and it was the first play of the game. And it was a 42-yard reception.
Yeah, it was bad.
I think there was a
That's a one
miscommunication
play.
though. So
Yeah, because I think there was. That's what I was saying. I don't even
The
think it was
Jets
on
just
him.
started off that game really, really bad.
Yeah, it
With
looked like
the
the Bills were just gonna
kick
blow them out.
With the
Yeah,
kick goal, they got
the
our,
guy
our
slips.
punter just slipped during
that was
the
so
kickoff.
funny.
And
I
then
was
the
like, here we
first
go.
play is like 40 yards. And then Josh
Yep.
made a stupid mistake and he threw a pick.
Those picks were so bad.
You know,
Oh my
if
God.
you realize if he doesn't, if they score 3 points there at least,
Yeah.
it's at least
Yeah, and then he decided to throw another one.
And then Tyler Bass missed a
Yeah.
55-yard field goal.
yeah.
And
Yeah, it's because he's not that guy.
I do give a lot of respect to Josh Allen though, because what he said after the game, like you're
I
not
mean,
gonna win when your quarterback is shit.
yeah, he took full accountability. It's very unfortunate with his injury. Hopefully, it's nothing major, but we'll
I
get
heard
into
it's
that
just
later.
like I heard it's just like a sprain.
Last thing I want to say is that was a pick by Tremaine Edmonds. It was not a simultaneous catch. That is the worst thing in the world ever of all time that I've ever seen. That changes the game right there.
Yeah, well, it's actually the Bills' fault for not challenging. So,
Well, it's not because the ref literally told McDermott, "You can't challenge it. You will
but
lose."
he
They
should have
called it
said I should
simultaneous.
challenge still.
If the head ref is telling you don't do it, we're not going to go with in your favor. There's no point of throwing the red challenge flag either way. If he's
Still
telling you
should
you're
have
going
thrown
to
it.
lose,
It's okay.
Don't listen to the refs, bro.
yeah, don't listen to the guys actually making the call.
Nah, they go
Your
look at
logic
it.
is invalid.
I mean, they could have just gone to like maybe they went to the headsets and the guy they're listening to is like, yeah, that's a pick.
If the ref didn't tell him that and he didn't challenge it, then I'd be upset. But the fact that the ref told him to not challenge it, then okay, I could see.
He's
why.
also like terrible at challenging. So
Yeah, he is
I
really
just
bad
listen
at
to
it.
the
So
ref.
so bad. That exactly. Like you have your own mind, you sheep. Next game we're getting into is the Vikings and the Commanders.
Vikings almost blew it,
It's close.
but Taylor Heineke actually blew it.
Curtis Samuel had a lucky touchdown.
That was so
Because the
dumb.
refs playing defense. Like,
Yeah, he said a nice.
why was
pick.
he there? Like, how do you not see the ball coming right to you and just move?
He
Yeah.
has no IQ.
Yeah.
Like, why is he even backpedaling that far? Like,
He thinks
don't
he's a
get it.
player.
yeah, it's so that was so stupid. And then the guys just didn't touch Curtis Samuel, and he alligator rolls into the end zone. That made no sense. So the Vikings offense looked pretty solid. Hawkinson, we could see, is going to be a nice addition to that offense. He had a pretty good game. Had what, like 8 catches for 70 yards, something like that. 9 catches. Yeah. So I mean, he's pretty much the number 2 option in that offense now.
Yeah.
Thielen's been regressing for a little bit. KJ Osborne is trash. So Hawkinson's the next guy up.
Jefferson just still doing Jefferson
He's
things.
him.
He's very good at football. I'm gonna really like to see this week if Trey White's back, how that's gonna go. Next game, talking about the Raiders and the Jags. Just don't let the door hit you on the way out, Josh McDaniels. Jesus Christ, that guy needs to go. How do they blow that? It's insane.
You mean how do they blow that 3 times?
Yeah, exactly. There's so much talent on this team. And I mean, Devontae Adams played great. He was wide open multiple times. And then they end up just sitting down and folding to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have lost, 6 in a row? Josh McDaniels needs to go.
Josh McDaniels isn't him, bro.
He's not. If they lose this week to the Colts,
Yeah, he's got to go.
instantly gone. 100%.
What are they, 2-6?
Yeah, so 2 and
that's
6.
Terrible.
Regarding the Jaguars, Kirk had a good game again. That hasn't happened in a bit. Travis Etienne,
Such a dog.
he's so good, but it's so weird because coming out of college, one of the main things was like his pass catching ability, and we still have not seen that at all. He's just like one of the best running
Ground and
backs. In the
pounding.
league. Yeah, exactly. Next game we're talking about is the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Nice divisional matchup. Tyler, talk about it.
I want to say Kenneth Walker had a big day. 2 touchdowns, 109 rushing yards. Geno Smith he's looking good in Seattle. With Russ out, he's taking a big role.
Yeah, Geno was sneakily in the MVP conversation, definitely in the comeback player of the year conversation. He's been playing really well.
I
don't think he's going to get MVP.
Did you say he's in the MVP vote, but Jalen Hurts is not?
No, Jalen Hurts is there,
he's
right?
He's sneakily in it though. No, I don't see any world Geno wins MVP, but
No.
I think comeback player of the year, he's definitely in there.
It's going to be
With, like,
close
Saquon.
between because Geno, what is
And even,
Geno
like,
coming back from
CMC, I don't
being
know.
terrible?
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I don't know.
It's tough, but he's playing very, very well. If you thought like the Seahawks were going to be good in the beginning of the year, you're a liar.
Yeah, nobody, even Seahawks fans will say like that they didn't think they were going to be. What are they, 6-3? What, I don't even know what they're
Something like that.
Yeah,
They are 6-3.
Yeah, so
and like better than what they were.
they have
last
a lot
year.
of like all their rookies are just like eating.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant, Tariq Woolen,
Yeah,
K9, they all look really good. Their defense is not great, except for
yeah,
they have good pieces.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
they have like the best draft class.
Yeah, no,
Other
that's
than
what I'm
the
saying.
Jets.
All their rookies. Yeah,
They're better than the Jets.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know
Brees
about
Hall
that.
doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, if Brees Hall doesn't get hurt, I think the Jets are the best.
It's
but
pretty similar.
they
Yeah,
got
they're-
Kenneth Walker. They have a good corner.
Both the corners are pretty good.
Yeah,
Both of them are
Pretty
up
good.
there, but it's crazy how even with the Jets, you draft these young guys in later rounds. You don't expect them to immediately be impact players, and they are some of your best players on the team.
I think they have 2 starting rookie tackles.
Linemen, they do.
Yeah, and they started every game this year. You don't see that.
Regarding the Cardinals, Robbie Anderson was just a complete waste of a trade. He hasn't been utilized. He's not good, so it's not like you're misutilizing somebody. He just shouldn't be playing football. He's not good.
yeah,
Whoever's
he's just
final
punch his
stats,
coach.
He should punch his coach.
He only had one catch for a negative
Negative?
40.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he had a
Only
drop
one.
too. I feel like there was.
He
Like,
also got
pretty sure he did.
PI on a D-Hop touchdown.
oh,
Yeah.
that's what I think it might have
Yeah.
been. That he definitely messed up something. I forgot what it was.
Yeah. He also weighs as much as a water bottle.
At least
He
they
looks like a stick
targeted him.
figure.
Unlike other teams, don't target their star wide receivers.
But Robbie Anderson isn't a star though.
Yeah.
Come
Elijah
on,
Moore's better than
bro.
Robbie
Nah, I
Anderson.
forgot Jets fans thought he was a star when he was on the Jets.
Yeah, he was the best deep threat in the league when he was on the Jets. And yeah, Kyler Murray, he just decides to run with the ball in his palm like he thinks he's Shady McCoy.
He thinks
And
he's
then
playing
ended up-
Call of Duty.
Yeah, he launched it forward.
Yeah, that was so dumb. He always does that though. Hopefully he realizes now that you can't do
Yeah, he
that.
just wanted the game to end because he had a double XP token on COD.
Yeah. The
He's
jokes will
washed.
never get old. It's so good. He's 0-2 since it's gotten released. Next game we're getting into is the two recent Super Bowl champions that have been utter disappointments this year. James, go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, it's just overall a really sloppy game. Obviously, you can see the score. Starting with the Rams, Matt Stafford just looks terrible. There's really not much to say. Cooper Kupp's like literally that whole offense. Although, I mean, it was like that last year, but it's like really bad. The Bucks, I still just don't understand what's going on there. Their offense just can't get it going. I mean, the last drive of the game, they just like drove down and looked like the old Bucks. Like, what was it,
That was
40 seconds?
so
Like,
weird.
just drove. And that it's like, I don't understand why teams like the Rams, like they just played prevent. They literally just backed up and let them,
They should ask the Bills that one.
they just let them march down the field. And it's like, all right, now you got to make a stop when you're on like the 1 yard line. Someone took PI. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't get the whole like prevent like defense.
Trust
Scotty
me,
Miller's
me neither.
trash.
Yeah, Scotty Miller
not
like
surprising
jumped
anybody.
up and like Ronaldo headed the ball instead of catching it. I don't know what he was
he's
doing.
wide open in the end zone. But it doesn't matter. Brady got it done.
Yeah, this could be like a
turnaround.
turnaround for them. Maybe get some momentum. The Bucks. Who
Well,
knows?
yeah, he
It's
just
crazy.
lost a ring, so he's got to replace it with another one. Now they're going to turn it around.
Yeah, I'm like praying on the Bucks downfall. Though I just like want Brady out of the league. It's just like a threat. It's like
Yeah.
they'll like be terrible. They'll have 9 wins, make the playoffs, and then he'll somehow be in the Super Bowl. It's like I'm sick of that.
Yeah, I decided to pull this jersey out of the closet because I'm on the Brady back to New England train for next year.
Come on,
Oh
now.
my God. Come on.
I'm fully invested in it.
Okay, man. That helps you sleep at night.
I mean, when it comes in next March, just wait.
Next game we're getting into is the Sunday night game. Titans and Chiefs. Very, very good game. James, go ahead.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was a very good game.
Yeah, I wouldn't
The
either.
Chiefs,
Towards the end, I mean.
Yeah, the Chiefs
got very
offense
exciting.
just no, it did, I guess, overtime, but I mean, the Chiefs offense kind of just like looked pretty bad the whole first half. Nobody was doing anything. The running game was literally non-existent the whole game. The 3 running backs combined for 14 rushing yards.
That's terrible.
That's why Mahomes had to
Jesus.
throw the ball 68 times and run 62 yards himself.
He had a great game, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even say it was like a great game for him. Like, I mean, if you look at his stats, it is, but
Statistically
it's-
wise,
yeah,
I mean, I guess. But also, you have to put a little asterisk next to that pick because Kelsey was like, yeah. here's
yeah,
your
that
ball.
was bad.
You could have it.
That was bad. Yeah, Kelsey didn't even have a good game, but like you look at his stats and he like still did have a good. I don't know. It was just like a weird game. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
and
and the
the
Titans defense actually
O-line-
looked good.
Yeah, their D, like even Mahomes said it before the game. He's like, that D line like doesn't get enough credit. Tennessee's they like destroyed the Chiefs offensive line.
I mean, Jeffrey Simmons is one of the best D tackles in the league. He is just
Yeah,
a
Mahomes
disruptor.
snapped his ankles though.
He did, and Trey Smith was pooping on him.
Yeah, but Mahomes single-handedly like won that game for them.
Some of my takeaways: Clyde is officially just not the guy. I guess he's pretty much a bust at this point, but like Pacheco has looked-
bust.
I mean, he's been solid though. Even in the beginning of the year, he was still like pretty good. He didn't live up to his draft position, but he wasn't a bad player. Now he's just not playing. Also, Malik Willis is just not ready. We were all hoping that we would see him in for Tannehill, but now that we have, how many passes did he complete? 5.
5
Yeah,
for 80 yards.
Yeah, so that third down conversion that Mahomes scrambled, that was crazy. I don't understand like how he runs and is effective because he looks slow and like
An
just
idiot?
not impressive. I don't say he looks like an idiot, but
It's
just
bizarre.
yeah, just the way his little jukes, they don't look like anything, but then he's snapping people's ankles. It's
Yeah.
so weird. He looked really good running the ball, and I think after his performance and after Josh has not been doing too well past couple of weeks, I'd say Mahomes is probably MVP favorite right now. Hurts is still up there. Josh
Sure.
is still leading the league in total yards and total touchdowns, so I'm not going to say he's not in the conversation.
Yeah, I got Hurts over Josh, to be honest with you.
That's a bad take, but that's a story.
People
for a
have
different
Hurts
time.
over Mahomes right now. I was watching
just-
it like today. Just because they're 8-0, it's like, oh, dude, their schedule is so easy.
I just want them to lose the Eagles, honestly.
Yeah, I'm like sick of hearing about like the
Yeah,
undefeated
like,
Eagles.
best team ever. Oh, no. It's also that like you could go over off team record and stuff, but at the end of the day, the MVP award is pretty much the quarterback with the best stats. It's always been like that. If you have better stats and you're on a slightly worse team, you're getting the MVP over a guy that's on a better team. That's just how it is.
Not unless they actually go undefeated.
And it's like
I mean, we wouldn't know though, because that's literally never happened.
I don't know
so.
who it was, but it was just
was
someone on one of the shows, and they were just basically an argument they had for Hurts over Mahomes was like, oh, like this is normal for Mahomes. Like that's not an argument for
That's so
someone
dumb.
winning an MVP. Like that doesn't
That's
even
like
make
how-
sense.
Like in the NBA, LeBron could pretty much win it his whole entire career, but they try to look for other guys to not give them the award because he's just so
It's-
great.
It's like that in baseball with Otani too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Also, going into this game, the Chiefs defense was one of the best defenses against the run. And I thought they would kind of do better against Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry, so not much you could do there. He's leading the league in rushing yards now. King is back. He's been back, but
It was literally just the first 2 weeks. That was it.
and he didn't even do terrible. It was just like a
Yeah.
little bit of a slow start. So last game of the week, Monday night, Ravens Saints, just sloppy Saints play. Sloppy game. It wasn't really entertaining.
Yeah, it wasn't.
The Saints defense like did all right at some points. Lamar looked really good running the ball. Alvin Kamara didn't do much.
He didn't
at
do
all.
anything actually.
Justin Houston had a big game.
Yeah, that 40-year-old. I don't even know he's still
Yeah, I
playing
think he's
football.
like tied for second or third in sacks now.
He's having a great year for some reason. Yeah, there's not really much to say about this game. Lamar
Yeah.
needs another wide receiver. That's pretty much it. I was very
Or Mark
surprised that
Andrews.
or Mark Andrews too. I was very surprised that Isaiah Likely didn't have a bigger game. He had one catch. It ended up being like a big touchdown catch, but
Yeah.
I was expecting him to do a lot more, especially after what we saw from him last week. So now we're gonna get into our MVPs of the week. I'm going with the man who scored 5 touchdowns, Joe Mixon. Absolutely incredible game. Obviously, that whole offense exploded, and that was pretty much because of him. At 150 rushing yards, over 50 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns. Just a great game. They needed somebody to step up with Jamar Chase being out, and he did it, and he did a great job.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my boy Patrick Mahomes. 509 total yards. Single-handedly won the game. Not really else much to say there.
All right, so I'm gonna pick a combo of Judon and Jonathan Jones. Judon had 3 sacks. Jonathan Jones had a blocked punt and a pick 6. I mean, I realistically could just pick the Patriots defense as a whole, but I won't do that.
Very unbiased man right here.
I mean, it's true.
They did have good games, so
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
9
and I-
sacks, a pick.
I know for sure me and Tyler are not picking Patriots players, and I'm assuming that James wouldn't either. So if anybody's getting there, gonna have to give him recognition. It's you. So go ahead.
For my MVP, I'm gonna pick Josh Allen. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
real
gonna
funny.
pick
Real
I'm
funny,
pick-
buddy.
I'm gonna pick Kenneth Walker. He had 109 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 20 receiving yards. Played a big role in why they beat the Cardinals, a big divisional game for them to keep them in the first place in the NFC West.
So now we're gonna get into the predictions. Starting off with the Thursday night game, we got the Falcons and Panthers. We all got the Falcons on this one. They've looked pretty solid. Panthers have looked absolutely terrible, except for a few good games here and there. I mean, last time they played a couple weeks ago, it was a great game. So I mean, that's what I'm hoping for.
I think PJ Walker, he's hit or miss. He might do well one week. I give more trust into Mariota, and I think he's gonna win the game.
Yeah, he might look like an NFL quarterback some weeks or an XFL quarterback some weeks. Who knows?
Yeah, it should be a good game though. Last time they played,
And DJ Moore, can you please catch the ball more than 2 times, please?
And
Please.
keep your helmet on.
Also, Kyle Pitts, can you do something,
Nope.
please?
maybe Drake London.
Nope.
No.
Next game, Seahawks and the Bucks. Rupp has the Bucks. We all got the Seahawks. He's
I
just
almost picked
gonna-
the Bucks.
I didn't.
I
They
just think the Seahawks are starting well.
Yeah, they're just a solid
And
team right now.
And the Bucks are struggling. And I actually heard Germany, their favorite team is the Seahawks. So you're gonna see a lot of Seahawks fans in that stadium.
Well, that's weird.
Really?
Yeah, they love the Seahawks for some reason because of the Russell Wilson, the Legion of Boom.
Damn.
Yeah, the
mean-
Legion of Boom that got destroyed in the Super Bowl.
Just living in the glory days, huh?
Yeah, you wish you had some.
I do actually.
What are your glory days?
I just said I don't have them.
This is the first game in Germany, and this game sold
Mhm.
out in 1 minute. You know,
It's crazy.
I
so
want to go to one
NFL
of the games.
International.
you know,
Yeah, I want to see how it is like at a different,
That'd be cool.
and
yeah.
just like a different atmosphere altogether.
I wonder how much it holds.
Also, these fans probably have no idea what they're looking at. There's probably like a select few that like understand the game,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like
I don't know.
London
There's probably a
games
lot
and-
of football
There probably
fans.
is,
But then
but
there's
there's
also
a-
just like people that are just going to go.
Yeah,
Like they're seeing one of the greatest of all time play.
Yeah, Geno
Geno
Smith.
Smith.
Did you just say one of the greatest of all time?
Yeah, he
It's
is.
disrespectful.
Mahomes is
Not
one.
disrespectful.
Allen
That's
two.
disrespectful.
Drew Lock 3, and then
Drew Lock.
Next game we're getting into is the Vikings and the Bills. If Josh Allen doesn't play, we all have the Vikings. I think that is pretty safe to say. If Josh Allen
Case
does
Keenum,
play,
baby.
I just don't think that Case Keenum can do anything.
I was kidding.
If Josh Allen does play, James is the only one who still has the Vikings on this. Don't trust his elbow, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't really like know much. I mean, he looked pretty bad last week. Like,
Yeah, that's when he
It's,
wasn't hurt though.
and the Vikings are kind of like steamrolling right now.
Yeah, they've looked pretty good. They're a good team. They've also had some weird sloppy games, like last week they almost lost.
Yeah,
Them and the Eagles, like who are bigger frauds? You know, the Vikings also have an easy schedule.
but I don't think the Vikings are frauds.
I don't think the
I mean,
Eagles
I
are
don't think the
frauds
Eagles
either.
are frauds
Either
either.
of
I
them
just
frauds,
think
yeah.
it's like it's kind of a Mickey Mouse undefeated season.
I think
Yeah.
the Jets are frauds.
Damn.
Uh,
Now the Giants are frauds.
Oh,
It's
that
okay.
is actually true.
it's okay. You'll get swept by the Bills.
I'm gonna be a little surprised if Josh Allen plays because the Bills are usually very conservative and they like to play it safe with injuries. So when it's your multi-million-dollar investment in Josh Allen, if he has to sit out one game and it's an NFC opponent, I don't think that they're gonna really care that much, even if he just chalk it up as an L anyway. It's not the worst game to lose.
You want to know what would actually be pretty
Yeah.
funny? If the Bills lost this week, would they be in last in the division?
No, they'd still be above the Patriots.
This also could screw like the Bills 1 seed chances.
Oh, if
Possibly.
they
Yeah.
lose this game, I think their 1 seed chances are probably gone.
No,
I
even
wouldn't
if they
say
lose,
that.
then if they
Because
lose,
their
then the
division
Chiefs
record
win.
is going to come back to haunt them if they lose another game.
I mean, yeah,
No, I'm talking about
at
the
this
1
point
seed,
already,
like-
but even the 1 seed, like they'll have maybe be one game behind the Chiefs or something.
No, but
That's
it's not
pretty
even the
much-
Chiefs at that point. What about the Dolphins?
Well, I mean, yeah, they got to win the division first, which is going to be tough. But
The Chiefs have a pretty easy schedule remaining.
Like, yeah,
too.
the Dolphins don't have a hard schedule really either.
I think they're going to eventually drop a game, and they still got to play
Yeah,
the,
the
Bills
Chiefs
again.
will probably lose to the Bengals like they always do. That's like the hardest
Yeah.
game the Chiefs have left.
No,
And the
it's-
Chargers, I guess they usually play them good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we'll see about
I
that.
mean, it looks like the Eagles they're locked in for that 1 seed, right?
Pretty
Like,
much.
there's-
I mean,
and then
Vikings are the only ones that are close, but
The AFC has a bunch of people that could.
Yeah,
be
but the
one
Eagles also
seed.
have a game on the Vikings. Well, technically 2 games on the Vikings.
yeah. Yeah, no, AFC 1 seed is pretty much up in the air right now. The AFC East is up in the air right now. Literally,
Yeah,
the
it's
Patriots
crazy.
is being first in
That is
next
100%
week.
good.
Best division in football right now, pretty easily. Only other
Yeah.
one would be like the NFC East, but the Commanders are terrible. Next game we're getting into is the Lions and the Bears. You got the Bears. Justin Fields been playing out of his mind. Lions are statistically one of the worst defenses of all time, so there's probably not going to stop them.
Their offense also isn't good either.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah, they
really,
fell
really
off.
bad. It's going to be interesting to see if Swift actually plays. He's already questionable, so I don't know. We'll see. So next game, Broncos and Titans. We all got the Titans on this one. Tyler, you are the Titan hater. Talk about it. Why do you got the Titans?
Derrick Henry, I just think, is going to steamroll all over the Broncos, especially they lost Bradley Chubb. I don't think the Broncos defense isn't that good anymore. Russell Wilson's up in the air. He might have a good game. He might not. I hope Tannehill plays this week, hopefully.
I can't see Malik Willis play another snap of football this year.
Yeah. I mean, if Tannehill plays, it's like they have a good chance of winning.
And I mean, even if it's Malik, it's pretty much just hand the ball off because the
Derrick
Broncos'
Henry.
passing defense is pretty solid. But if you don't pass the ball, that's fine. Next game we're getting into Jackson Chiefs. We all got the Chiefs. James.
I mean, Jags suck.
Yeah,
That's all
pretty
that
much
needs
it.
to be said.
ETN will probably still go off, but there's like a stat like the Jags are like 0-29 or something when like the temperature is under like 55 degrees. And it's gonna be
So
like
weird.
30. It's gonna be like 39 degrees. I mean, I don't think it could be 70 degrees and they're still gonna get steamrolled. I think, but
Yeah, that's
I think
probably
Chad
true.
Henne's going to play in this game at the end.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
Maybe we'll
see.
see. Next game, Browns and the Dolphins. We all got the Dolphins. Rupp, since you love the Dolphins so much, you love their quarterback. Talk about it. What do you think?
I hate Tua, but they're still gonna win because the Browns are not good.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill and Waddle both just like
Probably get like 150,
Yeah.
but probably like should be like 250.
Yeah, but if they weren't underthrown every throw,
Yeah, well, they don't even need to say that. That's already a given.
yeah. But
Nah,
Browns
bro.
defense just will not be able to stop them. I mean, this
Yeah.
could be, I'm not gonna say shootout.
The Dolphins'
But it
defense
could
isn't
be.
very good, but
that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It
I don't. They're not
depends.
going to score enough.
I mean,
No.
yeah, I think if they're gonna win the Browns, they're gonna need Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt to go off, Cooper to go off. I don't even know if the Joker's playing.
Yeah, that's still up in the air. I think he's on track to play, but it's not like certain yet, though.
If he plays, that will help them.
Yeah,
but
Peoples Jones.
He's
Yeah.
terrible.
No, it's not even
He's,
bad.
he's
can't-
solid. I mean,
I
He's
that team is
consistent.
it's gonna be a pretty good
And
offense when
Brissett
Deshaun Watson
sucks.
comes back.
I really hope
Yeah.
I really hope the Browns win.
Every single week I'm rooting against the Dolphins. So
Even when they play the Jets.
yes,
Yeah, I actually probably would just because like
100%.
the
The
Jets
Dolphins
like
are more of a
don't.
threat than the Jets,
I don't have
Damn.
anything against the Jets.
Damn.
and the Bills lost to
Damn.
both. So
I don't have anything against the Jets. I just actually don't like the Dolphins.
I hate the Dolphins. I
I
think
just-
I
Because Tua owns you, boy.
Shut up. Joe Burrow owns you.
He's not in my like division though,
So.
like that. So
Zach Wilson owns you.
No, he doesn't.
no, he doesn't. Let's
Yeah,
not
just
even go
wait.
there.
Just wait till December when the Bills just destroy the Jets.
That's what
I
they're
don't think
doing. They're
they'll-
gonna lose all the road games, all the road division games, and they're gonna say, "Hey, come to Buffalo, 40 bomb on your head,"
Yeah, that's what you think.
or
but
they'll
the-
lose
the-
again.
The coin
Either
flip says
or.
differently.
Next game, Texans Giants. Giants are frauds, but we got them.
Giants are frauds, but they're not. They're not like.
their
No.
defense is gonna destroy.
It's not enough
Davis
to
Mills'
lose to
long
the
neck.
Giants, to the
Yeah.
Texans.
Yeah, and
His
I,
long
Texans
neck's
are
gonna
fair.
snap.
I know Damian Pierce is up in the air. If he doesn't play, who
It's not
knows
going to
if-
make a difference.
Who knows if Brandon Cooks is playing?
And Damian Pierce could run for 200 yards and they'll still lose.
Yeah.
And the Giants' defense is good, so he probably won't have a good game.
Also,
There's a-
got to talk about Xavier McKinney. He went to where'd he go? Cabo.
He's on his
And-
Tatis vibes.
Yeah, riding an ATV and breaks his hand. Now he's out for. He's on IR. Might be out for the season. If he comes back, he's probably just gonna wear a club. It's so dumb. I don't understand. We were just talking about that before. It's your bye week. Calm down. Like, go take a bath or something. Don't go on
Like,
vacation.
watch a
and ride on
football game or
ATVs.
something.
Exactly. Do some studying or something. There's literally anything you could do other than go ATVing and
Go play the
breaking
new
your hand.
COD.
Yeah, exactly. You know Kyler's gonna do that on his bye.
And he does
We'll
it
do that like
yeah.
every
He
week.
does it like at this film like session.
Next game, we got the Saints and the Steelers. We all got the Saints. Both just not great teams. I just think the Saints are a little better, but TJ Watt might be coming back. So
Yeah, I heard about.
Who
that.
cares?
I mean, it's a night and day difference how they play with TJ Watt. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It could
it's not
play
a
a big
difference
role.
for the offense
That's
No.
true.
And Najee's just like
when
I
they
don't know what
can't
he's doing.
score, and Najee can't run for more than 5 yards at a time.
and they lose Claypool too, which is not that big of a loss, but it's still something.
I think Deontay Johnson's overrated.
I don't think he's overrated. I think the
He's a good
quarterback's just
Quarterback is
terrible.
terrible. It's like
He's
hard
a
to
good
say.
receiver.
I don't know. He'll make like nasty catches and then like drop a easy.
He does
pass.
drop a lot of passes still, but I mean, it doesn't really matter when
Pickens is a dog, but
both
like, they got
quarterbacks
him-
throwing you were trash.
Yeah.
If
Big
they
Ben should
do
come
win this
back.
game, it is because TJ Watt takes over and shuts down the whole entire Saints offense.
Or Najee decides to play well, but
Yeah, it's like it's.
Yeah, that's not happening.
very low chance of
I
that
thought he would
happening.
have like already
I
started
hope-
playing
I
well
hope
by now.
TJ Watt
So.
doesn't play, so Kamara can just go off.
It's hard to stop Kamara. There's many ways you could get him the ball. So even if TJ Watt plays, he could still have a great game. It just pretty much depends on if the Saints want to give him the ball or not. Next game we're talking about is the Colts and the Raiders. Both teams are just really bad. Just terrible, actually. We all have the Raiders on this one. Like I said before, if the Raiders lose, Josh McDaniels is gone. 100%.
Yeah, they got a new offensive coordinator. They got a new coach now, who's not a coach.
Yeah.
They're still starting Sam Ellinger. I just don't think they have a chance. It's full blown tank.
Yeah, they must really like CJ Stroud or Bryce Young because they are full-blown tanking right now.
They'll be in the race.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Next game, we got the Cowboys and the just absolutely terrible Green Bay Packers. No surprise, we all have the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys defense is going to destroy Rodgers. I want to see that guy crying on the field by the end of the game.
Yeah, Micah Parsons is just gonna have his way with him.
Yeah, the Cowboys offenses look pretty well, like all around.
The Packers, Aaron Jones doesn't have a serious injury.
Yeah.
Christian Watson's not serious, but they did lose Dobbs.
Christian Watson gets a concussion every week.
It's not like
Mm.
he's done anything when he plays anyway, so it's not that big of a loss.
I think Zeke and Pollard will both have big games
If
too.
Zeke plays,
Yeah. Or
Yeah, I
I
think he's on
mean, you
track
still
to
have
play, but
Pollard, so it's whatever.
who should be the starter?
Someone
But
signed
yeah.
Odell.
yeah, Jerry Jones is. I mean, everybody is recruiting him. Micah Parsons was talking to him on Twitter. Jerry Jones is saying that he would look great with a star on his helmet.
I
So,
think it'll
mean,
be after this week.
I feel like he's gonna go to the Cowboys now, which
yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. Out of all the teams, I least want to see him on the Cowboys. I think.
No, I at least want to
if
see him
I'm
on the
Bills,
Packers.
I don't want
I-
him on the Bills.
Well, and I would be upset if he went to the Chiefs too. But
Yeah, I don't think the Chiefs are even like gonna.
I don't want him to go to the Packers because I just don't want them
I
to.
mean, they'll still be probably bad.
Yeah, they probably
so.
will, but I just don't want to see him there.
Yeah, I don't think he
Yeah.
would go there. It's just like they're not even like gonna make the playoffs. Like, why is he gonna go there?
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
neither of the Bills, so
yeah, real funny, man. Yeah, but he said that his decision is going to come down to winning, and he wants to like live there. So
Yeah, Dallas
I
is
mean,
a good
Yeah,
spot.
no, I know Dallas is because he has a lot of family down
Yeah,
there.
and it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
I don't know. I mean, like who lives in like
I
Kansas
wouldn't
City
mind
like
him
that?
on- I'd like to see him on the Cowboys. I don't know.
And it's also they've been looking to add wide receivers. They tried to get Brandon Cooks. They were in on a couple other ones at the deadline. They're clearly not happy with what they have there. Gallup hasn't shown much since he's been back. So
Yeah, it's
I mean,
only CD.
Yeah, CD and Odell would be a pretty good duo.
oh, that'd be crazy. I would hate to see it.
I wouldn't care that
wouldn't
much.
care.
I don't mind the Cowboys.
I don't, but like
Fans will be in shambles though.
the main reason is because I want him on the Bills so much, and I think it's actually a necessity now with how bad Gabe Davis is.
Yeah, I would
So-
say the Bills or the Cowboys is the best situation for him. But if
Yeah.
it comes down to living, it's like Dallas or
It's-
Buffalo. You're gonna pick Dallas.
Yeah, I mean everybody that
But
lives in Buffalo says it's great
Buffalo-
and everything, but
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's going to choose to live in Buffalo for the rest of their life.
but I feel like he
Dallas.
fits like a Dallas lifestyle.
Oh, 100%. Buffalo's such a secluded area, and he's just like a party animal. And he can
Yeah,
still go back to
exactly.
LA for that matter.
Yeah.
That I don't think.
I don't
will
Oh
be-
think
yeah,
that's happening.
that's just yeah. But it's
That's
like
not
Bills
happening.
or Cowboys. I don't know. They both have. I mean, the Cowboys choke every year, so but
Yeah.
they both are like I wouldn't say like Super Bowl contenders. The Cowboys, but
I mean,
It
they're going to
could
be
be.
close. They're one
They
of the
could
better
be,
NFC
yeah.
teams. So.
but that's like every year they're like a contender and then they just
yeah,
lose.
this is our year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll be seeing something like that soon. They said he'll be cleared by this week, so
I'd say after this week he'll probably get signed.
hopefully,
He looks like shredded too. I saw a video of him like
yeah, he looks good.
he looks big.
So next game, Cards and Rams. We all have the Cardinals on this one because I think we'd all agree they're just a better team. But
Stafford's got a concussion.
yeah, that too. So that's huge. Who
And
is
I
the
don't know,
backup for the
The Cardinals are
Rams?
probably just
John
them.
Wolford.
Is it still Wolford, the guy?
I
who's-
don't know.
has-
It could be. I don't really care. Whoever it is, they're going to be trash.
I think the Cardinals are a better team, but in recent history, the Rams have beat them like maybe 11 out of the past 12 times they've played. So I was close to going with them just based off that record, but I think that the Cardinals are just a better team in general. And not that they're a great team because they have their own problems, but
Kyler, it's the last week before Warzone comes out. You might as well try and get a win now.
yeah. Next game, Sunday night, Chargers and Niners. We all got the Niners on this one. Rupp, what are your thoughts?
Chargers been pretty disappointing. 49ers looked good last time they played. I think
They did.
they'll just keep going like that. 49ers defense is also pretty good. Chargers still missing Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, most
Yeah.
likely.
Who knows at this point?
Can't say definitely because Keenan Allen's always questionable, never plays.
Is Debo playing?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think he's questionable too.
No, he's healthy. I just got the update.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Niners offense has like looked really good, especially with the CMC addition, and the Chargers defense just like I don't really know what's wrong with them this year.
Dealing with injuries too, but like
Yeah.
they still haven't looked good. Yeah, like you said, their offenses look good, and we haven't even seen CMC and Debo at full strength yet. So it could be
Even Ayuk too, and like Kittle, it's like they just have
yeah.
like a
They got
great
studs.
offense. Yeah,
It's very unfortunate that their quarterback is a toaster.
Yo, don't sleep on him, bro.
I mean, he's
Just
been
mid.
solid, but
He's good
it's
at
not like
getting
he-
just
people the ball
mid.
in open space.
yeah,
Yeah, it sounds like a
Like-
guy that wears number 1 down in Miami.
Jimmy
Right.
G has a better arm than Tua.
It's probably
know.
true. Tua is definitely more accurate than Jimmy G. I'd definitely take Tua over Jimmy G right now, though.
Yeah, I would.
yeah. I think everyone would.
So going into the Monday night game, we got the Eagles continuing their cupcake schedule against the Commanders. We all have them winning this game pretty easily. Nothing to say. It's a good team against a bad team. That's usually how it goes. Congrats, Eagles. Still undefeated. Woo.
Nah, this is the game they're gonna drop. They're gonna,
No,
Probably not, but
Nah, it'd be
if
fun,
anybody's going
though.
to do it, it's Heineke.
That'd be
No.
really funny though.
it won't
It'd
be
be-
Heineke.
it's going to be funny when they lose eventually, and
Yeah,
it's
they
going to
just-
be or if it's going to be funny when they don't, and we've just been preying on their downfall the whole time.
No, and then they
they're-
lose in like the first like playoff game,
Yeah, to the Bucks.
divisional. Yeah, that's like scripted to happen.
All right, so next thing we're going to do is go over the picks from last week. It's not a good week for us. You know, it's not a good week for us when Tyler wins the week, which is exactly.
Oh
what happened.
yeah.
So me and Rupp went 7-6. Tyler went 8-5, and James went 6-7. That's kind of a Mickey Mouse win for you, Tyler. That was not a good week. There's a lot of weird games and close
No,
matchups and
You
stuff,
guys all doubted the Jets.
as we
Well,
should
you-
have.
Well, you didn't think the Jets were gonna win.
Yeah,
I still picked the Jets.
Because you're just not going to pick against them here, Tyler.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a Mickey
this
Mouse win.
So now the updated records for the year. I'm 72-48. Rupp is 73-47. Tyler is 68-52. And James's lead just keeps dwindling away. He's 74-46.
Nah, wait till next week, boy.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, Rupp's 1 game behind. I'm 2 games behind. Tyler's 6 games behind still, but
It's not even that
too
bad, honestly.
It's not. We've all been pretty solid. Well, that concludes this week's episode of Sportorium Podcast. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at the Sportorium Pod and on Instagram at the Sportorium Podcast. Till next time.
Go
Thank you.
Chiefs.
So long.